Hi, my name is Tony, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan hamburger helper from foodsharingvegan.com. Start by adding in about a tablespoon of oil. I'm using this one by Cobram Estate. It's extra virgin olive oil with garlic flavor. You don't have to use a garlic flavor, but this is the one I have and this is the one I like. So I'm adding it because I love garlic. Again, we're adding in about a tablespoon. I love these bottles by them because they have that pourable spout. So convenient. And I'm gonna add in 1 red onion diced. This is about a medium one. Be careful when adding in your onion to your hot oil. I'm gonna saute it for about 1 minute. Mix everything so that all of your onion is coated. And right now I have mine on medium heat, but I might turn it up just a notch because I'm using an electric burner. You're gonna wanna play with it. We're looking for medium heat, but my electric burner is not super powerful. I usually have a gas stove in my regular everyday kitchen, and I'm used to things heating up faster and having a lot more power behind them. So depends on what your stove setup is on the temperature. We're looking for medium heat though. After about a minute, we're gonna add in some plant-based beefy crumbles. I'm using this one from Gardein. I really like a lot of things about it. It's got 17 grams of protein per serving. It's only 110 calories per serving. It's gluten-free. If you are trying to make this gluten-free, all you have to do is swap this out and the pasta and you're good to go. So I'm gonna put this closer so you can get a better look at it. And they really taste good. They are my current favorite right now. If you don't have these, I know there are a lot of other options available. There's Beyond Beef, there is Impossible. I think Trader Joe's has one in the refrigerator. There's Eve's or Ives, that's also in the refrigerator section of the grocery store. And you can get whichever one you like and with whichever one fits into your budget. But right now I think Walmart had this for, I wanna say like $4, which is for plant-based beef, pretty cheap. I'm gonna add in the whole package. This is 13.7 ounces. Anywhere around that is gonna be fine. It doesn't have to be exactly 13.7 ounces. And my meat is a little bit clumped together. I wanna break it up as much as possible. That'll happen as it thaws. And I'm gonna cook it up for a few minutes so it can, 1, thaw out, but 2, absorb some of this delicious onion flavor. I'm breaking up the pieces. If you have one of those ground beef things that break up the meat, that is helpful. That way you don't have to do what I'm doing, which is pretty much pounding my meat. While that continues to cook, I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I am not gonna be super precise. It does not matter. That's 1. 2, and then 3. Now I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. You can also use garlic granules, and if you don't have garlic powder, you can also use fresh garlic and saute that up with the meat and the onions. I'm gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. I only have my 1/4, so I'm gonna do 2 of these. It'll equal 1/2 teaspoon. Stir everything up so that the beefy crumbles are all coated with the spices that we just added in. It doesn't have to be very thorough because we are gonna add in more stuff, but just enough to get it more blended. I don't know about you, but I grew up eating Hamburger Helper. My dad was a solo dad and he relied on the quick fixes that were very tasty, and Hamburger Helper was one of them. So I have a soft spot, and even though I don't use the kind in the box anymore. This one really brings me comfort when I eat it. Now I'm adding in 3 cups of vegetable broth. I'm using my regular Better Than Bouillon, no chicken broth, but you can use vegetable broth. You can use the Better Than Bouillon, no beef broth. It's totally up to you. You can make your own vegetable stock if that's what you'd like to do. I really like the one that I just showed you, so that's what I always have on hand. And I'm adding in 3 cups of it. I just follow the instructions on the package to make it into a broth. Stir it up again. Now I'm going to let it hang out for a moment. I might put the lid on to get things going a little bit faster. We want it to begin boiling before we add in our pasta. Once it starts boiling and you see the bubbles, then add in 1 cup of pasta. I'm doing some elbow macaroni, but you can really use any pasta that you have on hand. That is 1 cup, and I'm gonna stir it in so it's all submerged in the liquid. We want it all covered so that it'll cook. I love these one-pot meals too. I am not a fan of dishes. I really don't like doing dishes. Therefore, I love and appreciate a good one-pot meal. Once your pasta is fully submerged and you see the liquid starting to bubble, turn it all the way down to a simmer and let it cook uncovered. Leave it like this for about 12 to 15 minutes, but make sure you stick around because you want to stir it every few minutes to prevent it sticking to the bottom. It's all done. You can see a lot of the water is absorbed, so I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of vegan cheddar cheese. I'm just going to pour that on top because I'm going to stir it in. And simply stir it in. We're going to let it melt simply by putting on the lid. Once it's all stirred up, it'll get nice and cheesy. For reference, I already used the whole bag. I should have shown it beforehand. I'm sorry about that. But this is the one that I used. I got it at Walmart, so it's very accessible, and it is more melty than some other options on the market. You can see it's already beginning to stretch and melt in here. We want it to be completely creamy in here, so you shouldn't see the shreds if you're using this one at least. Sometimes they're not as melty, and in that case, that's totally fine. My husband actually has a funny joke. Mind you, we've been plant-based vegans for 18 years, and my husband for 35 years or something like that. So we were poking fun of ourselves, but the joke is something like, did you hear about the fire at the vegan cheese factory? The cheese still didn't melt. I think it's funny, kind of corny. You'll have to be the judge. All right, I'm gonna plate it up and show you what it looks like. It looks so good. I don't even have to put the lid on it because it is fully melted. Time for the moment of truth. Let's see how it turned out. It looks good, it smells good. And it tastes so good. Very, very tasty. If you grew up eating Hamburger Helper, you're gonna love this recipe. It is very flavor packed and it reminds me of my childhood. If you give it a try, please let me know in the comments below. I am putting the link to the recipe in the caption. And thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Bye.